Now, around 250,000 couples will get married in the UK this year. For most brides, one of the most important things will be finding the right dress. Well, a new documentary tonight lifts the lid on a busy wedding dress shop in Yorkshire, following the staff and the brides-to-be at one of the happiest as well as the most stressful times of their lives.
Up to 100 brides a month come to choose that all-important item.
Are your hands through?
The wedding dress. Jane has worked alongside shop manager Marg for 3.5 years.
I know how Marg works. And she works how I want to do.
All the stars lit up in the sky and that, and he just said, well, if there's not going to be a better moment, it's going to be now. And he just got down on one knee and asked me to marry him.
We never know what type of girl we're getting. In our diary, all we've got is a name. That's all we know. 3 hours later, we probably know the life story.
That's true, actually. Marg and Jane, who run the shop in tonight's documentary, are with me now. Great to see both of you. And Marg, you've been helping brides for, it's got to be, what, about 40 years?
A long time.
What's the best thing about the job, would you say?
It's just lovely. It's such a pleasant job. It's so nice. The girls are fabulous. They're all unique in their own way. And they've all got a story to tell, and I'm quite nosy. So I want to know everything.
But I think that's really good. It must be hard, though, not to get really emotionally involved with them.
Oh, very. You do. You get very attached to them.
Yeah.
Very.
No.
We're aunties to the children. They have children. We're aunties. We follow them through. And we've got a lot of real lifelong friends from this game.
We can see that girl getting very upset, but was that because her mum wasn't going to be at the wedding?
Yeah.
And that's hard, isn't it? It's
very difficult. We can be surrogate mums, aunties, agony aunts.
Absolutely.
We can be everything.
No, it's really good. All human life is there in the shop.
It's there.
And you probably see the best of people and sometimes the worst of people, because people do get very stressed, don't
Yes,
they?
Very, very stressful.
And if they don't like it, they don't like or they're not happy, and you've got to smooth them down, smooth them down. Because it is important choosing the dress. I mean, this is my one, and as I said, I went to a wedding fair in Glasgow, just tried on the first dress, and it fitted me, and I thought, that'll do.
Wow.
I know. I would have been very easy for you too.
Yeah, you'd have been a dream.
And you would have talked me out of those big puff sleeves.
I had those.
Not at the time.
Of its time. Of its time.
Oh, that's fabulous.
But did they start to really sort of confide in you, the
Very
brides?
much so.
They start to tell you things, and maybe their worries and their fears and all of that.
We hear a lot of family problems, and you know, very often we know they're pregnant before anybody else.
Well, of course you've got to be taking the dress out.
Yeah.
And do you find that most brides tend to lose weight? Does that happen?
They're all on a diet.
Yeah, so unless they're pregnant, you're taking it in. You're taking the frock in. And you must hear details of all sorts of wedding proposals, all sorts of marriage stories, you know.
Fantastic proposals, fantastic.
You should write a book.
We could. Quite easily.
Definitely pen a book on everything that we hear from people.
No,
we've had proposals from a man just turning and saying, will you marry me?
Yeah.
I had a bride who had went to a falconry centre, and an owl landed on her arm, and attached to the owl was a little bag with the engagement ring on. And I was
That's taking it too far.
I think that's fabulous.
That's taking it too far.
There's a load of men now all going, no.
No, I saw that. Quite an unusual dad. Quite an unusual father of a bride.
Very unusual. Very unusual.
Programme.
Fabulous, Chris.
So lovely.
Again, you see all human life.
Yeah.
There is. Now that's a hair and a half there now.
That's fabulous.
He was not being conventional, was he?
No, no. And I didn't believe it until I saw it. Tammy had said...
Dad's going to have a Mohican?
And I thought, no.
No, and he's going to wear a T-shirt?
Yeah.
And he's not going to do this sort of traditional thing. It's interesting that bit where you're in the car with your dad, if you're lucky enough still to be your father to walk you down the aisle.
There.
That's a brilliant bit of the day.
It's wonderful.
It really is.
That's
it's
your real
special
time with your father.
Me and my dad shared the brandy for our nerves.
Did you?
Brandy.
Yeah.
See, we did the same thing.
Right,
we did the same things all the time. But it's true there are all these special moments, and it's funny in your wedding day because it goes by so fast.
So quick. But you remember every little detail, don't you? You'll still remember yours. I still. We all remember every little thing. I always say if something goes wrong, it's a bonus because you never forget that. You know, it's not a stress. I always say to girls, don't let it stress you.
And things can go wrong. Look at this. This is well, hey!
I know.
And the veils away.
It just went up.
I ran after it.
Did you?
You nearly went up that tree, didn't you?
Oh, that's a shame. That is a real shame.
It's supposed to be good luck.
Is it? If you lose your veil, it's supposed to be black. We've had so many stories from people. It's brilliant what they would change. And some people say, Jane Wilson says, I'd only change the weather. It rained all day. Again, I was really lucky. It rained the day before.
The weather.
Then it was lovely, and then it rained the day after. A few people saying yes, they would change the groom. That's unfair. I think that's not good. And Joy said, I'd have a professional photographer. Our day was perfect, but we couldn't afford a photographer to capture it. And that's a shame.
I know. That's the lasting memory. Like the ring as well. It's the lasting thing.
Well, we'll definitely be watching tonight, 9 o'clock.
Yes, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, ITV 9 o'clock tonight.
It's real life.
It's real life. It's a proper reality show.
It is a proper reality show.
None of this showing off.
Now, when we give them money, this is the girls' money.
Exactly.
It's their
And they're there because they want to be.
Of course. And you two make it really, really entertaining. Thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Great to see you. Great.